The best way to get better at programming is to practice. In this example, we want to read a file line by line. So let's look how we're going to do that. As always, in the description, there's a link that you can go to download this file, and you can pause this video to work on your own and then check your answer. All right, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is use the open command. Now, we're going to use the with command with this open function. So we're going to say with open our file name, which is going to be quotes.txt, comma, and then we're going to open this for reading. We're going to specify as, and then the variable that we want to use. In this case, I'm going to use infile. Now, previously we used input. That worked. Infile is another example. You might want to call it quote file. Remember, this is just a variable name. You can pick whatever you want. Before we loop through a file, we want to create a counter because we want to print a number in front of each line. So I'm going to have a counter. It's going to equal 1. Then I'm going to create a for loop. I'm going to say for line. Line is going to be a temporary variable that we're using in our for loop just to keep track of what line of text we're currently reading. We'll specify infile. This is a slightly different way of using the for loop compared to how we saw it previously, but infile is what we refer to as iterable, which means we can iterate or go line by line by line through that text file. So this works very easily. We're going to specify print counter, comma, and then we're going to specify line. And if I come up here and run this real quick, we'll notice that we have two small issues. The first of which is our counter never gets updated, so all we see is 111 before the files. The second thing is you're going to notice that there is an extra blank space in between each time. That's because when you read the line using the for line in infile, that line has the new line character at the end, and then the print adds an extra new line character as the end. So let's see how we're going to fix these two. The first one's going to be easy. We're going to fix that counter. And we're just going to say counter plus equals 1. This will increment it each time. The second one I'm going to solve just as easily. I'm going to come over here to my print, specify end equals, and I'm just going to put a null character or a blank. So it's two quotes. I'm using single quotes, nothing in between. When I run this now, you'll notice that my counter increments and I don't have that extra blank line because the end does not take that into effect. We're not putting that second new line character. So this is one very easy way to solve that problem and allow us to print line by line by line. If you want more examples on how to learn to get better at programming, follow along for other videos both in this playlist and on the channel.